Good morning. You're welcome to Adborn Team Mental Fitness. My name is Adekoya Oluwagbemiga, and this is the version of learning and development, and this happens every first Monday of every month. Today's topic says workspace and workplace value development, from basic to advanced. Value, there is no small value. You know, there is something we always say that when you are reading ABCD at primary school, do you know that the ripple impact of that ABCD at primary school is the combination of when you started combining just 25 letter words. If you combine, let's say, AT together, it will give you art. And that art might be something that you are learning maybe at primary 3 or primary 2, how to learn how to combine two words together. And that's why I said value development at either basic or at an advanced level, they all ripple together to form or shape the discipline we require at every phase. So now we're going to do a short clock as usual. So the short clock says, what do you think the word competition means to you? You can write that down and pause this training for the next 60 seconds and then write what competition means to you before you proceed into the training. Then the opening quote says, until you define competition, until your definition of competition is competing with your older version of self through innovation and reinvention without waiting for others to truly compete with you, to gain driven action, to do the right new thing needed right now. Let me repeat it again. Until your definition of competition is competing with your older version of self through innovation and reinvention without waiting for others to truly compete with you, to gain driven action, to do the right new thing needed right now. Meaning that you can always reinvent yourself. You can always make yourself feel like, oh, what I've been doing 3 months ago expires 3 months ago. I need to figure out how to reevaluate it and how to reinvent it in order for me to, because you already know that people are getting tired with whatever I'm doing right now, and I need to just reinvent it and do it in a different way. And that's why you can see that at every of what we do, we look into our core value, which the first I that talks about innovation, so that we can constantly use that to not wait until competition start making us to feel like, oh, and we've lost the market. No, we can even disrupt what we do by ourselves without needing any external factor to disrupt it for us. So now, what is workspace or workplace? A workplace is a physical location where an employee goes, whereas a workspace is the environment and context of the workplace. So now that means workplace is Allen Avenue, number 14. While workspace is 3rd floor or on 4th floor. If possible, you can still have 14B1, 14B2. That's workspace. So in a nutshell, workspace is environmental element entity, while workplace is location entity. What is value development? Let's pay attention to this definition. Value development is the process of forming, cultivating, and refining core beliefs, principles, and standards that guides, number one. If you notice, everything falls on individual first, because it takes Adam and Eve to form a whole world that we have today. So individuals, organization, or societal behavior and decision making. It means that one of the things that our values does for us, they help us to make healthy decisions. Do we agree? And you will see during the course of the training. One of the things that value system does for you, it helps you to tell yourself the truth. The major adbond gave me, I think I'm better at minor. One of the things value does is that it helps you to realize that I think I've taken a wrong first skill from my BSc. I think I need to go and take another skill. And then you go and take JAMB form again. And you start all over if you are not privileged to take the right first one. And why? We are here to make an impact, and you will see during the course of the training. So now, what are Adbond core values? Core values that guide every decision-making framework, and it is tested by ITIDE. And when I use the word ITIDE, we are talking about innovation, trustworthiness, integrity, excellence, execution, and delivery. We realize that for every new idea we want to implement, it has to go through the test of these values. Teamwork is in alignment to what we want to do. What are the corporate organizations that we want to partner with that will help us to achieve this dream? Because we have one notion at Adbond Harvest and Homes that the organization of the future, collaboration is something you cannot do without. Collaboration is something that is vital, is necessary, is needed if you really want to scale on a global base. If you want to scale on a global base. So this page is going to be imploring you that take your time to write your top 20 values that guides your decision-making framework. Top 20 values that guides your decision-making framework. So at the end of the training, you can take your time and see how you can craft something out. So how to gain workspace and workplace value development. So number one is your mental regimentation. So when we use the word mental regimentation, it's talking about what is the quality of information and what is the source of information that you always soak into your gateways. Do you know that our sense organs are like gateway? Sometimes your feeling will just show some sort of goosebumps in your body. Sometimes your eye is watching and is recording stuff into your mind. Sometimes you are hearing stuff. You are smelling some stuff. All these things, they are gateway, and you need to be very careful of the accumulation of all those things, because naturally with time, even let's say for example, do you know that there are some music that you heard while you're in secondary school? Do you know that if they mistakenly, you are not thinking about the music right now, but if they mistakenly play the music, you just start vibing along. You start vibing along with the music. You start singing the song, even possibly word for word. You start singing the song word for word. So we have to be very careful about our source of mental regimentation. What is your source of light bulb effects? Who is the person that is doing something fantastic that you truly like? And are you connected to that person to at least minimum of once in a week? You must learn from that person. Are you following that person on your social media page? Are you hearing information from that person? What is that person doing right now? You see the essence during the course of this training. So number 2 is appearance. Let the environment be so clean. Your department be so neat. There's nothing like somebody eats something and then he left it on the table and everybody's just looking at it there. That hey, Shebi is not me. Why not call the office assistant, even if the person have left the stuff? Kindly come and clean this place, because that's part of the reason why. And then at every point in time, dressed in a way that you can feel yourself. And then understand the colors that work for you. Understand what blights you, understand what makes you attractive, because if you have all these little things, it will set you up for attention and you will gain the right attraction that you need. Number 3 is emotional intelligence. It's just your capacity for emotional intelligence and how you can socially relate with others. All these things have literally 2 value systems that you realize that one day we sent you out for a conference, and in that conference you are just pressing your phone. You won't know that you are even pressing your phone, because to press phone has become a default mode. You can go for a dinner and you just realize that you started pressing your phone. You don't even remember to put your phone on a silent, talk less of airplane mode, so that you can enjoy the benefits of that environment, of that ambience to the fullest, in a way that you'll be able to network and have healthy conversation. And when I say emotional intelligence, your ability to regulate within your own emotions, not to have too much reactions to everything that is happening at external that is not in your control capability. There's something we call area of influence and areas that you cannot influence, that you cannot control. So whatever you cannot control, that's why they say when people want to say, let them say what they are saying. And always remember the mantra that says, nothing means nothing. Except once you remember that statement, you can never be angry again. That means if Miss Amy says something now, I can only be angry when I process it to something that goes otherwise. So if I didn't process it to something that goes otherwise, Miss Amy will even be wondering and say, is this one not they get angry? This one is not angry at all. Yeah, I can't be angry at all, because I've already told myself nothing means nothing except the meaning I gave to it, not the meaning you want me to have around it. So the next one is habit and lifestyle. They said if you want to develop a new habit, all you need is a 21 days of that particular thing. And if you want to develop a new lifestyle, it's just 90 days on any particular thing. So ask yourself, what habit did I need to stop now? But the funniest thing, anything that has become an habit or a lifestyle, you can't stop them. You can only replace them. And how to replace them is to figure out another thing that is interesting you right now, that will harness whatever that will be profitable, be profiting to you. We gave an illustration of a bottle of Coke, that if you put a bottle of Coke, 2 things you can do is either you pour it off, but if you pour it off, that can will be empty. Do you want to be empty as a person? No, I don't want to be empty. So it's better you subject it under an information that will start diffusing it out. Because let's say, for example, you pour water that is clean and you put the Coke under it, maximum in, let's say, 1 hour or 30 minutes, the clean water will go inside that bottle and it will dispense the liquid content that you did not want. Shows that any information in you that you did not want, you can't delete it, it's there. You have to replace it with the one that you want. And how to replace that? Your capability to repeatedly soak that new information within yourself to the time that you forget that other one exists in it. Okay, so the next one is 10,000 hours and 360 degree of learning. This, you've heard about the 360 degree of learning, 180 degree of words, 180 degree of action, and the 1,000 hours is that whatever anything you really want to do and be a professional around. Look at, we've been doing Adborn Harvest and Home Agro to Home project development since 2016, and we've never deviated from it. We've been committed. Have we been doing everything right? No. Are we getting it right now? Yes. So now these are the questions that we need to tell ourselves. And how can we know if we are getting it right? Before, we had just about 3 or 4 people that start. Now we have over 60 staff and above physically, and we have over 1,000 virtual staff that is working with us. And we ensure that for every feedback, either from villa owner, from physical team member, from all the Workspace coordinators, virtual team member, Hybrid Plus, their feedback count, and that feedback really makes the difference in everything that we do. And this is part of the things that you use that 10,000 hours to figure out one thing, that because one of the things that 21st century will demand from you is that people cannot just be thinking too many things around one person anymore. You need to set yourself for one thing, that when somebody is thinking about cement, what comes to your mind? Dangote. Is he only the one that is selling cement? But he has positioned himself. So now, if you are thinking about, let me just say, if you are thinking about crude oil right now, or refinery right now, not even Nigeria comes to your mind. It's Dangote that will come to your mind. And it's not like another person does not have refinery in different parts of African country, but because it's the one that you see often and often, and one needs to pay that attention to him or herself, that Bengaidu, when somebody think about you, what do you want them to say about you? When people are having conversation in a room that you are not in, do you want your name to be the recommendation? And these are part of the things that we decide that in the space of agro to home, when they are having conversations that, oh, I need anything that warrants to either tractor, farmland, cultivation, this ABCD, Adborn Harvest and Home should be like a go-to. Just like they will say MTN everywhere you go. So things like that. The next one is the SRM, the search, read, study, research, meditate. Don't make any decision without meditation. And when we say meditation, it's not like you have to do it like a yoga. Each and every one of us, you practice it, but you did not pay attention to it. There is a corner in your house where, because it's your decision-making framework, where you sit, that when something is bothering you or you want to do something, you just naturally sit and you started ruminating, or let me say incubating on that particular thing that you really want to do. And it is from there you filter what not to do, and it is from there you filter what to do. Because until you filter that, and then it is also from there is how to start from, where to start from, because you might not be able to do everything at the same time. And that's why I mandate that try and have it, even if you are living in a room studio apartment where there is no other bedroom, you can still have a small chair and a table where you can just sit. That is not like you are sitting to watch TV. That is that I'm sitting to think. I'm sitting to reason within myself. Where am I taking my next phase to? And how did I want to get there? Who are the people that could assist me? And this is what this SRM does. You search anything you want to do. First, search a lot of information about it. You read all of them, filter the one, and the one you now filter, study around it. When you study around it, if the study is not enough, research. You say search start first. You research it again, that I need more information, and then meditate. Once you do this one, you make because where you are going, you just need, I always say something, one word, one phrase, sentence, that 3 things that should set you on motion. That's all you need. So number 7 is decision-making framework. Once you allow this to guide your decision-making framework, in the area of making decisions will be so easy for you, because you now understand your pattern, you know what worked for you, and you understand when you set yourself on flow. And that's why the next one is about pattern and flow. Understand the flow, the period where you enter into flow. Oh, is there a particular reading? Some of us, do you know that some people, when they go to library, they pull a headset and they do well. Why some of us, if you join them, it's a pathway to failure. Some of us will start reading from January to December. Some of us, just 2 weeks to whatever that you want to do. Understand the patterns that work for you and keep a flow around it. The next one is the frequency and the resonance. So now, if let's say, for example, media department and marketing needs to be on the same frequency to get a particular job done. Oh, can you sit together and deliberate first? And let's say, for example, that thing works and works out great. Can we now say, oh, at the resonance of this pathway, we can now scale it on this level, at this level, at this junction, and we can get a bigger answer around it. So then the last part is journaling and documentation. See, part of the reason why we will continue to be bothered, it is because you didn't track what has worked for you. So that anytime one thing is now working, you look as if every other thing have not worked. Not knowing that every other thing have actually worked. This one that is not working just warrants me maybe to still stay, because maybe you've set like a goal, a deadline, a timeline, that maybe in 2 weeks time I want to achieve this thing, and then that thing did not come in 2 weeks. Does that mean I'm going to leave it? No, I'm not going to leave it. I want to chase it forward. Even if 1 month is warrant, I will chase it for the next 1 month till I figure out what I need to do. So in holistic form, take your time, have a journal. Oh, this thing works. That thing that works, write it. How does that thing work? Let's document it, so that by the time that we document it, we realize that when something seems not working, we can just go back to that journal and be grateful for those ones that have actually worked. And in that place, you can see light. You know what they call the light bulb eureka moment? You can see light that, oh, this is what I did wrongly. Oh, this is what I should have done. That makes me, and then by the time, oh, this is the person I ought to call that should assist me to make this thing happen. Because sometimes all the results pathway are not in your hand. They don't lie in your hand. Sometimes that person you think, I don't want to talk to this person anymore, has the results for your next phase. So why are you saying you are not talking to the person anymore? Call the person and say, apologies, I'm now talking to you. I'm telling you, yeah, I'm now talking to you, because like my next phase is in your hand. That person will just smile. And whatever that has transpired, we recalibrate. So now I want to give you this 21st century future secret key. Future secret key. If all you want in life is money, just do like this. Primary, secondary, BSc, doctorate, and then be collecting salary. But if you want more than money, 21st century requires that your God-giftedness and hidden talent fully unlock to maximize your future potentials. You need to understand what you are talented in, and then your hidden gifts. Marry it into anything you are doing. You will experience fulfillment beyond reasonable doubt. Because in the era we are evolving into, you realize that we don't need too much of money. Money is needed, but too much of it. What you truly need is fulfillment, ability to be reckoned with, ability to be seen, ability that some people can say, anytime you want to do anything for this particular thing, call this person, call this particular company, call this entity. That is when you have had these two to every skills that you are acquiring. Even these two will help you to say, this skill is not for me. This particular skill is not for me. But if you don't find these two, once this skill is the new skill that people are using to make money, you just join them and start. If they stop using that one, they bring another one, you just join them again. So that is something that I would like us to put into consideration for future fulfillment skill that we need to harness with. So my recommendation is track others' success and celebrate with them. When I was doing this, somebody asked me, what do you mean by track? You know, the Bible says something. There is nothing new. Do you agree that there is nothing new on earth? They said, whole thing is happening to new people in a new way. Do you agree? Whole thing happening to new people in a new way in their presence. So all the things you want to achieve in life, people have achieved them. It is me and you to submit ego, so that when we submit ego, we can go online, buy books, get into biographies, and study. And you know, when I use the word read, study, that thing is two different elements. And that's like when you are in primary, secondary, you are reading. The moment you get to university, you are about studying, you are doing. You are no longer reading at that point in time. So start studying whoever that is ahead of you, that you like what they've accomplished, that you also desire to accomplish. And gradually, you start getting one or two facts of how to get started. So then the second one says, seek guidance if you love the accomplishment of others. You don't even need to go far. If you look at your radius, you realize that you like some things that some people have been able to pull through. Why not? Let them put you through. Oh, part of it is that, oh, how can I read in a way that I can understand what I'm reading? Because now it's becoming difficult for people to sit down. And that's why I always want to say thank you to the management of Adborn that says, for every people that come to Adborn Harvest and Home, give them that opportunity to be trained. We understand that because by the time you get trained, the best of you will evolve. And when the best of you evolve, what if they are leaving? Oh no, it is also the joy that we've been able to impact, because even when they leave, many more will be replaced. And that is how life is designed. So then the third one, apply Newton's third law in everything you deeply need, want, or mostly desire. You know that third law of Newton says that for every action, there must be an equal corresponding reaction. Oh, I want to make $1 million. You will do the work that require that $1 million to also come to reality. You open different branches that will make it. One branch cannot do it. Or yeah, you will just be stressing the one branch and be choking the one branch. So these are part of the things that we've been able to harness. So the closing quote says, define success and you will be able to work at your own pace to excel in the workplace. Unlock your gifts and talents and harness your potentials to achieve your desired accomplishment in the 21st century. Learning quotes. Effective human functionality is found in an environment of continual learning with a supportive action drive for desired results. Thank you so much for staying till the end of today's learning and development. And peradventure, if you have questions or you have maybe one or two information that you've gathered from the training and you want to give us your own contribution, feel free to put it at the comment section below. See you next week. Thank you.